Hi, welcome to lessonswithtroy.com. I'm Troy Brenningmeyer. Well, for this week's lesson, we're back to the C6 lap steel, tuned C, E, G, A, C, E from your lowest to your highest string. And this is going to be C6 Basics, volume number 9, and it's going to be playing the blues in C6 tuning. So this lesson's all about taking a tuning that's a really happy tuning, that you hear in Hawaiian music and classic country music, and playing some dirty, gritty blues with it. Really useful stuff here. We'll be working with scale shapes, with harmonizing the minor pentatonic scale to get some cool kind of chords that work great in blues. I'll be showing you a 12-bar blues rhythm that's really useful, and lots of stuff in this one. We've got 4 pages of tablature. So go ahead and print that out and set it on a stand in front of you. Looks like that. And also a jam track's included in this one that I made with Band in a Box. So let's go ahead and get going learning C6 Basics volume number 9, playing the blues in C6 tuning. Let's get going. Okay, well, let's start this lesson off by me showing you how to get a bluesy sound out of such a happy tuning. Okay, first of all, let's think about this tuning, and let's think about the intervals of this tuning. So we got C, E, G, A, C, E. Okay, that's root, third, fifth, and then sixth, root, third. So you want to keep in mind what strings to avoid in position here that's not going to give you such a bluesy sound. It'll be too happy of a sound. And that's going to be our major thirds, which is going to be on our 5th string and our 1st string. In position here, in open position, that's going to be over a C chord or a C6 chord. That's going to be the notes E. Okay, the other one to avoid in position here is the note A in open position, which is your 3rd string. So basically, if you play your 6th, your 4th, and your 2nd string, that gives you a really cool power chord. Okay, it's just root, 5th, root. Okay, once you start adding that major third in there, that's what makes it sound real happy, and especially the major third, the root, and the 6th in there. All of a sudden it sounds like Hawaiian music or classic country music. So once again, the strings to hit to give you a nice, cool, bluesy power chord would be your 6th string, your 4th string, and your 2nd string. That's the notes in open position, C, G, C. And if you want to think about the intervals, that's root, fifth, root. So let me show you this. And if you have your tablature printed out, this is going to be measures 1, 2, 3, and 4 of your tablature, where I'm going to harmonize the C minor pentatonic scale in that manner, where you're playing your 6th string, your 4th string, and your 2nd string. But first things first, let me get a little gain on here. Okay. Okay, that makes it kind of jump out there as being a little bit more gritty. So I just up the gain a little bit on my amp. Okay, now you're going to see me doing a lot of muting here with the heel of my hand back here. Just if right here's the bridge, I'm just karate chopping that bridge and then just putting the heel of my hand just a little bit in front of that bridge so I can really mute it out, and especially when I have a lot more gain on my amp, because it's things are going to ring out even more with more gain like that. Okay, so you can take the C minor pentatonic scale, which if I just played it on, let's say starting with my root strings, which would be my 6th string and my 2nd string, that would be open, 3rd fret, 5th fret, 7th fret, 10th fret, and 12th fret. Now if we add in there our 4th string, that's what's going to give us our cool power chord, our root, 5th, root, kind of real bluesy chord. It really doesn't have a major or a minor tonality because there's no 3rd in the chord. So sometimes I might play that low string first and then just play that double stopper. Sometimes you might want to grab the full chord, but keep in mind, use that palm blocking to cut that chord off when you want to mute it out. Okay, so it's going to be the same frets now, open, 3rd, 5th, 7th, 10th, and 12th, but once again we're on our 6th string, 4th string, and 2nd string, thumb, index, middle. 6th string, 4th string, 2nd string. Okay, so let's play this. This is going to be in your tablature, measures 1 and 2 for right now, where we're ascending that scale. Okay, just open, and then 3rd fret. Add a little vibrato to bring it to life. 5th fret. 7th fret. 10th fret. And 12th fret. And that's just ascending. That's a C minor pentatonic scale. Just going up, and we're harmonizing that using power chords or root, 5th, root. And then measures, what would that be? 3 and 4 is just that scale going backwards then. 12th fret, 10th fret, 7th fret, 5th fret, 3rd fret, and open. Now notice when I played that, I wasn't playing them all at the same time. This, what I have written in the tablature is playing them all at the same time. That's just an example. You can play them like I did there, where you're arpeggiating them, or you can grab them like it shows in the tablature all at the same time. Okay, so the thing to keep in mind is in this tuning, you don't want to be too heavy with your bar on these lower strings, because you're going to push it out of tune, especially when you're playing a big chord like that. So just keep it light. Keep your bar real straight to the fret. Okay, and you can use that idea in any of those chord grips. And I didn't put exactly what the chord is with that, but it's basically just what's called a power chord, or like if you played it open, it'd be a C5 chord is what they call it, because it's just root and 5th. Okay, and then you'd go up a minor third, which would be E flat. So that'd be an E5 chord on your 3rd fret. On your 5th fret, that's an F5 chord or F power chord. 7th fret is a G5 chord or G power chord. 10th fret, that would be kind of like your flat 7 of the scale, and that would be a B flat 5 chord or B flat power chord. So it's good to probably get those in your head. Once again, C5 open, E flat 5 on your 3rd fret, F5 on your 5th fret, G5 on your 7th fret, B flat 5 on your 10th fret, and C5 on your 12th fret. But there's all kinds of cool stuff you can do with these power chords, you know, just kind of improvising around them, but you can use your creativity and practice maybe playing the bass first and then doing your double step, however you want to do it. But that's a great way to start getting some cool bluesy sounds and avoiding strings that really bring out that happy sound of this tuning. Once again, you're avoiding the 3rd and the 6th for right now when you're playing in position here, in root position, where your 6th string and 2nd string are your root notes of your chord. So avoid that 5th string, okay, avoid the 3rd string, and avoid the 1st string. So we're playing our 6th, 4th, and 2nd string. Just in this position for these chords. And that'll really start you out, going down the right path of getting that nice bluesy sound out of a positional chord there. Okay, let's go ahead and move on now.